What is up, internet? We are here live once again for another Big Brother 27 watch party. How you guys all doing up in the chat? I see you. T, Stanley, Camden, Mother of Two in Florida, IR Geek, Maria, Mama K, Sunshine, Rosemary, Isabella. How are you guys all doing? Bubco, Natalie. How are you guys up in the chat? You excited for another episode? We got a 90-minute episode we're about to watch of Big Brother. We're going to see the veto competition. We're going to see all the indecisions from Lauren. It should be an interesting one, to say the least. We do have a fun eviction coming up tomorrow. And I'll tell you, I wasn't even supposed to be here. I wasn't even supposed to be here today. But we put a challenge out there. We put a challenge on out there to get 1,500 likes on the video. We didn't get there. So some of you might be saying, Ori, why are you here? Why are you here? We didn't reach the goal. Well, I'll tell you why. I was like, you know what? I guess we won't do a watch party today. But then, I want to get the name right. It's either C. Lely or Slelly. I'm not sure which is which, but they came on in and they hit up the Ori fund. And I thought, you know what? That was such a kind gesture that let's fire it up. Let's fire up the watch party. Let's do it. We didn't hit the goal, but see Lely, they hit up the Ori fund. So you know what? Here we are. We're live, ready for the episode. What are you guys thinking? What are you guys thinking of everybody in the house so far? How are your thoughts on the season? I think overall, I'm liking it a lot. The Houseguests are weird, right? Because they're all not really that good, right? Like nobody is in there just dominating right now that I'm like, oh, this is a really good player. So many of them have a lot of heat from all different sides. That you go like, okay, there's definitely moments where it's like, yo, if this certain person wins, that person's in trouble. And I feel like all of them have that. The only one that I'm like, oh, well, they're not in any trouble at all. And I don't see them in any trouble for a while. Might be Ava. Ava might be the only one that I'm like, oh, yeah, I don't think she's going to be in trouble anytime soon. Everybody else has targets on their back in one way or another. So it's an interesting cast, and I kind of like it that way. It's less predictable. Camden coming on in with the $10 super chat. I find it very ironic that the Heavy Hitters 2.0 is just everyone targeting each other plus Morgan and Jimmy. Bet it won't make it past week 4 till the blow-ups. And you know what? You're probably not wrong. So Heavy Hitters 2.0, if you guys don't know, Heavy Hitters 1 was Rachel, Vince, Zach, Morgan, Jimmy, and Riley as the 6th. Problem is, as time went on, they were like, you know what? We don't really like Riley. Riley, we don't really like him. So let's kick Riley out. So they kick Riley out, and they just add in Morgan. So it's the same. Or Mickey. They added. It's the same alliance. They just swapped Riley for Morgan or Riley for Mickey. And just calling it the same thing. Yeah, we're still the Heavy Hitters. Don't worry about the last version. This is a new one. Forget about the old guy. The old guy, he wasn't a good Heavy Hitter. He got knocked out. So we're bringing in a new Heavy Hitter. But they're all going after each other. You're right. So like, Rachel doesn't like Vince. Vince doesn't trust Rachel right now because he's been hearing a lot now that she's been throwing his name out there. And he already had worries that she might put him on the block. Zach doesn't trust Mickey, and Mickey doesn't really trust Zach. She wants to get him out because of the 10K that he won. She doesn't even know that it's a bribe. We also have like Morgan, who's kind of trusted, right? Like Zach trusts Mickey, and Zach and Vince both trust Morgan to an extent, but like they really also lean more towards Lauren as like their true ally, but like Morgan's kind of like their other Lauren, right? So like Vince and Zach are in a good spot because like it's like, well, we can go with Lauren or we can go with Morgan. So either way, we can kind of do our thing and kind of flip back and forth. And then you also have Jimmy, which I don't think any of them really trust that much. Like Miggy and Morgan used to trust Jimmy, and then they started losing trust with him during his HOH. And then somehow Jimmy got through his HOH with I don't know how Jimmy came out of his HOH as good as he did. He was going the Heisem route, where it was just like, yeah, let me dictate everything, and then everybody was like, listen, we can't work with this guy. Like he's just going to tell us what to do. He's not going to actually work with us. Like what are we doing? And then now he seems fine. Like everything seems fine again. So how's that work? How's that work? Tasha, what's up, Ori? We reach our goal. Well, technically, Tasha, no. We didn't reach our goal, but C. Lely, or might be Slelly, they came on in, they hit up the Ori fund. And you know what? I was like, that was such a kind gesture that I was like, you know what? Let's fire up the stream. Let's fire it up anyway. We didn't reach the goal, but we're here. We're here because of the generosity of C. Lely hitting up that Ori fund. Hitting it up. By the way, if you guys are new here, hit that subscribe button if you like this video. If you're having a good time during your stream, smash that like button. It lets the YouTube algorithm know that what we're doing here is a good time. Hit that notification bell. You'll never miss a video. You'll never miss a stream. We do daily live feed updates all season long, first thing in the morning, keeping you up to date with everything going on the BB27 live feeds. We are live, though. Let me give you guys a little sync up.
Was the house target.
Everyone thinks it's a no-brainer because it's the only bad thing was Ashley being inconsiderate, coming in here, taking the shower.
But week 2, she was quickly overshadowed by Keanu.
We gotta talk about the shower.
Have your moment. This is your moment. Have it, because you're not gonna have that many more.
My moment is
we have to talk about the shower. I think we got to talk about that. I think we got it. It's a hot mess. Hope Rachel wins. Let's see, where else are we at? My feeds are frustrating this season. I don't know if it's the person controlling the cams. Is a constant state of diarrhea. You know what's funny? Earlier in the season, right? Like the first week or so, I was like, oh, you know what? It feels like the feed cuts are a little better this year, right? And now they've kind of gotten back to normal, right? They're cutting a good bit, trying to cut some stuff out here and there. But that's the BB feeds. That's the BB feeds for you. Not feeling this season as much as the last two. The gameplay is maddening. Well, that's the thing, PT. I actually feel like the gameplay this season is a little less maddening than last year, right? Because I was so frustrated with like T-Core and Chemo, because they wouldn't go talk. At least this year, like they go talk. They go have conversations. They talk about the vote. They talk about like what their plans are. Whereas like last season, it's like it felt like everybody was just like, because nobody wanted, and they were all scared to even like try and attempt to talk about the vote. Deb! Iowa's in the house. Let's go. Let's go. You're so awesome, Ori. No, you're awesome. All of you are awesome. Sally broke the hypothetical tie. She did. They did. I don't know if it's a he or she. They did. A whole bunch of unrequited love in the house this season, right? There's lots of little crushes going back and forth. Potentially ones we don't even realize. Like, I've heard some rumors about potentially people thinking that Lauren might have a little crush on Vince because they just spend so much time together. But as far as I'm aware, Vince has a girlfriend. Lauren is like playing it slow with Zach. What can I say? What can I say? Ava's facial. Ava's got some good ones. Ava's definitely got some good ones. She for sure has some great moments of her reactions and great lines too. Glenn, what's up? Hi, Ori. Zach and Vince realized if a tie vote, their game is and that, yeah, they 100% they're like, we're going to be exposing a lot with a tie vote. So they're trying to see if they can get more numbers on their side, but I don't know if they will. Like the new intro. I kind of like it too, Charmy. I kind of like it too. Ori fans with the shout out for Ori. Well, thank you. give you guys another little sync up here just so you're caught up.
Strictly a pawn. Kelly offered herself to go up on the block, so she made it pretty easy for me. And my target is Keanu because he is the ultimate house target, and I think that I would gain a lot of favor in the house if I successfully got him out this week.
See, that's the wrong idea. That's the wrong idea. If someone's the house target, why are you taking them out? If the whole house wants someone out, why are you doing their work? Let the rest of the house do it. You don't need to do it for them. And in fact, if they all want them out, it's probably best for your game to keep them. Kelly's really hoping on the win. And Kelly needs it. Kelly really needs it. Done your Christmas shopping. Oh boy. It's not even August. You're still in July. It's Christmas in July, Joseph. Well, good on you. Kelly has no idea how to play BB. Will definitely not taking it well. It's one of those things where they're like, "Oh, you won't be the eternal pawn." It's like, nah. Like once you're seen as that, he's not wrong on that. Like once you're seen as the pawn, you're the pawn. I get his frustration as well. But there was thoughts about quitting, and I'm not a huge fan of that. I don't know if that was really just gameplay though, because it did seem like a little bit even before the nominations, he was trying to play that up like, you better not do it. It was almost like a threat. But then now I'm starting to think maybe a little real. Jimmy also keeps breaking out these like sports jackets. And I don't know. He wears them with like basketball shorts or something. Like it's not like he's actually dressing up. It's just like, yeah, I got a business suit on, you know. I got the coat on. I'm good. Jimmy feels good in his spot, but honestly, I don't think Jimmy should feel good. He's kind of at the bottom of everything. Will. I was zoning out. What'd she say? Yeah, it is fake. I get it, Will, but like that's Big Brother. That's Big Brother, though. No, they're talking Showmances. None of the guys wow Ava. Ava just breaking them all down. It's like Goldilocks. It's like, this porridge is too hot. This porridge is too cold. This was early too, because I remember hearing the Rachel part. I remember this from, God, what was this? Was this week 2 with Jimmy's HOH? Oh, apparently Rachel's not just her final 2, not just mommy, but mother. Okay. That's okay. That's a thing. That's a thing. Oh gosh. Kelly's pulling out all, John, I was just about to say Kelly was pulling out all the Gen Z and Alpha slang there. You're looking brat. Oh, it's helping you get evicted, Kelly. So resume. Resumes are pointless. What's up? What's that? Arno Stew? How you doing? More Jimmy and Rachel clothes drama. I mean, if we're being honest, the shirt just does, to me, scream grandma. There is something about that shirt that I think grandma. Should be just cracking up. Vegas grandma. Grandma gone wild. Shelby's like, listen, I'll say it. That shirt is ugly. That shirt is dang ugly. Yeah, Dorothy from the Golden Girls. Jimmy just finds it hilarious. He is dying. Hmm. That is one thing I will say. Ashley put in some work this week. The girls put in some work this week. Keanu thought he put in work this week. Rose, what's up? Don't worry about being late. Middle of moving. Oh, yeah, moving is always a thing. Moving is always a thing. Ashley has the sweetest smile. Ashley's pretty, but a little cray. Just a little. Yeah, Keanu, you're kind of on your own, bud. You're kind of on your own. He's like, oh, a bunch of selfish, but yeah, Keanu, nobody's got your back. Nobody's doing it. That brings us to a commercial. Let's check up on the chat here. I have to say, Ashley's growing on me. The women should be running the table and getting these boys out. Ashley's growing on you too. Ori, you're how do I escape the madness? Well, I'm glad I could help Rose. I like Ashley unaware and unfiltered. I can't wait to actually see the Veto competition. Me too. Oh, Otter, what's up, Otter? How you doing, bud? Ori, only way to keep being a pawn is to keep from being a pawn is to win HOH and put up the ones who put you up on the block as pawns. Glenn, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. That is the way to do it, right? Like, you want to stop being a pawn? All right. Show the people that when you become a pawn, guess what? You ain't no pawn. You're striking back, and now they're the pawns. Because that's going to make people think twice about putting you up on the block because you're going to retaliate. And they know that you can win. That's 100% the way to do it. Honestly, I can't say I hate anyone in the cast, and I hate that. John's like, I want someone to hate. Right? There's not really anybody like too hateable. I think probably the closest is Riley, just because like he's for a while there he was doing the whole like I'm on vacation thing, and he just doesn't feel like he's playing that much. Like his biggest thing is I gotta protect Catherine, and that's about it. But otherwise, everyone else is just kind of like doing their thing. Even Keanu, like he's terrible, but I like Keanu, right? Like he's cool. I also can't say I hate one. Keanu, you are on your own, but no one is going to say that to your face 100%, Tommy, except Rachel. Tommy, Rachel says it to Keanu's face every chance she gets, but he doesn't believe it. I have to say though, I want Keanu gone. I hope someone somehow we can get rid of him by next week. I'm thinking that Mickey's power is more than likely the coined testy from BB23. It's gonna not work. It's Mickey's power is like almost guaranteed to not work now that almost everybody knows about it, or well, at least everybody suspects it her. So as soon as it happens, right, they're gonna go, oh, Okay, yeah, it's probably Mickey. So like, I just feel like it's just not going to work out for her because too many people are aware. And again, I don't even think it's necessarily her fault. Like, she only told Morgan, and Morgan, as far as I'm aware, hasn't told anybody. She did kind of like insinuate to Vincent and Zach, like, oh, if Mickey had it, would you be mad? Like, would you feel like upset? I think what it really comes back to is Zach being there in the competition when she earned the power, right? Because like, he was right there, and yeah, it's dark, but like 5 seconds before the competition ended and she won the thing, and he knew he was right there at the spot. She was like feeling his head, right, and going, oh, sorry, Zach. So like, listen, you can't say 100% like, if you're Zach, she has the power, but like, come on, if you guys were in there and Mickey was rubbing your head saying, oh, sorry, and then the power was run right next to you, you would be able to kind of put 2 and 2 together and really narrow it down that it's probably Mickey. So that's a thing. Also, we might need to have a conversation about the shower. So we've had the Ashley shower thing up there, and there's been some people pushing to get rid of it. But next commercial break, remind me, we'll have a little chat about this. We're back here. I'll give you a sync up.
I need to.
Are you tired? Is like
I'm
we are?
so tired.
Yeah, whenever he has his glasses on, it means
That's Clark Kent.
Oh god, Clark Kent versus
Yeah.
Super. Oh yeah,
Wait, I wanna
they're
know
calling him
who's Clark
Superman.
Kent.
Oh, that's not what I want. Wait, Ashley doesn't know who Clark Kent is? How do you not know who Clark Kent is? She's got no clue. She's got no clue. I can't think of what he looks like, she says. She's like, who's Clark? Ashley is like the exact person that the Clark Kent like glasses disguise works on. Like, it works on nobody. When Superman puts on the glasses and he's like, oh, I'm Clark Kent now, and everybody goes, yeah, that's Clark Kent. That's not Superman. Ashley's the type of person that it works on. She's like, I can't even think of what he looks like. Well, do you know what Superman looks like? It's not like he wears a mask. Jeez. Oh, they're covering the Zach Morgan crush stuff. Interesting. Oh, Zach is flirting hard with Lauren. Zach's in a tough spot, man. Like, I like Vince's breakdown. Morgan likes Zach. Zach likes Lauren. Lauren wants to play Big Brother. Oh, John, that would be the ultimate plot twist. That would be the ultimate one. Kelly's nuts, man. Kelly's absolutely nuts. Zach shouldn't expect anything with her because she's not singling them at all. And that's the thing. I think like he kind of, well, I mean, I wouldn't even say that either, right? Like there's definitely playfulness back and forth, but she's made it very clear like she doesn't want to do the showmance thing. You know, if that makes sense, right? Like, could there potentially be something on the outside? Maybe. But definitely not in the house as far as Lauren's concerned. But we've also heard that before. We've heard that from many a house guests who ended up in a showmance that they didn't want to do anything in the house. Then week 7 comes along. Week 8 comes along. And they're like, hey, maybe we should. Vince making all the promises. Vince just promising everybody everything, right? I'll use it for you. I won't use it. I'll use it for you. I'll use it for you, but... There we go. Yeah, Roberta. Weird people. There's weird people out there. Hello, Ori. Hey, Ori, you should do a poll on who everyone voted as the worst dresser in BB Unlocked. Vinny didn't show his cards, so he didn't realize he's a wild card. Hypermania, would Taylor or Xavier count? Oh, I don't know. I think Lauren likes Vince more than Zach. Piano thinks Rachel is a floater when Vince is the floater sitting right in front of... And well, that's the thing. Here's the thing, though, right? I said this on today's update, and like... Technically, by like the real definition of what a floater is, right? But like what the real definition is... You could almost... Rachel's like she's adjacent. She's not like a full-on floater. She's not. But like... Almost? And it's just a thing, right? Because like the way the house is right now, there's... we could bring up our allegiance chart real quick. The way it's all like set up, like... I have her actually more over towards the other side. But like, there's a reason she's not pegged all the way next to Mickey on the other side, right? Like Mickey is almost like the Rachel role of this season. Like Mickey is very against Zach. She's very against Keanu. She's very against Catherine, Riley, Kelly, Adrian, even Lauren, right? She's 100% against that side. Guess who isn't? Rachel. Rachel, like, yeah, she's against Vince, but like she's also kind of working with like Zach and in a couple of different things. She's talking to Kelly, she's talking to Lauren, telling her like what to do. She's even got like this weird like frenemy thing with Keanu. So like she's not a full-on floater, but she, you know what she's doing, and it's honestly, it's good big brother, right? Like this is what you're supposed to do, and as a vet, she knows this. You make connections with the people on the other side of the house, so if the day comes when you need to exploit that connection, you can. And that's what she's doing. And she's doing a great job of it. I honestly think this might be like the best season of Big Brother Rachel's ever played so far. It's not like she's even playing that great. But like as far as like what she usually does on her other seasons, and she just kind of buddies up with Brendan and then is kind of an antagonist for everybody and then gets, you know, rubs everybody the wrong way. Right now, she's kind of doing the opposite of that, where she's kind of laying low, doing her thing, and people are really thinking like, yeah, we'll just kind of drag her along. Listen, in Big Brother, if you want to be in that position. If people think they're going to drag you along, perfect, because then they won't see it coming when you strike. So I think she's in a great spot. It's not perfect, but it's in a good one. Norma with the $20 super chat. Hey Ori, it's leftovers tonight. Good, we have fresh California peaches. Ooh. Okay, Norma. Norma gets her peaches out from California. That's where Norma gets them. She was making those connections, but a floater doesn't have any real loyalty. They'll just go where the wind takes them. But 8 Cam. All right, you're saying she doesn't have any real loyalty. All right, who's Rachel really loyal to? Who's Rachel really loyal to in the house? You tell me. Because here's the thing. She's got relationships with everybody. She throws everybody under the bus when she can. The only one I'd say she has the most loyal to is Ava. And guess where Ava is? Floating. They're floaters. Like Rachel, she'll throw Mickey right under the bus. She'll throw Morgan right under the bus. She don't care. She's not on their side. She's just as much with everybody else. And that's kind of the thing, right? Like if you look at it like by Rachel's definition of a floater, yeah, no, she's not. But guess what? Rachel's definition of a floater isn't what really a floater is. That's not what it is. Vince gets picked. I think she's really loyal to Mickey, Ava, Will, and Jimmy. Ava, yes. Jimmy, I think is just kind of like a thing where they're friendly, but like she doesn't care, you know. Like if Jimmy's got to go, Jimmy's got to go, right? Like that's not somebody she's gonna ride on. And Mickey, like why is she going to be loyal to Mickey? Mickey's throwing her under the bus just as much as everybody else is throwing her under the bus. So like I don't think she's really that loyal to him. Will, maybe you could say, but I don't think Rachel's going to throw her game away for Will. I don't think she's going to throw her game away for Will. Not at all. I don't think she'll throw her game away for anybody. Right? Ashley in the shower, bro, that joke has to never not end. Well, Nicholas, here's the thing. There's some people that want the joke to end. There are some people that want the Ashley in the shower joke to end. And one of the things was, I was only going to have it up for like the first week or whatever. But then somebody asked, like, why is it still up on Ashley? And I went, well, now it's going to stay up for another week. And now I've kind of gotten to the point where it's like, look, I'm going to troll a little bit. And I was like, I'm just going to keep it up every time somebody asks. So now people keep asking, like, oh, when's it coming down? People said it was disrespectful. I was like, disrespectful? You realize this is a show that currently has a vote on who should get gooed? This is a show where last season I had googly eyes on Matt all season long. He had crazy eyes all season. But yet, putting Ashley in the shower, that's disrespectful. One thing is, I do feel like they really drag these Wednesday episodes out nowadays with the 90 minutes. And like, this is what I was saying, where it's like, 90 minutes is just too much. Just too much. Oh, do we have another Gloria? Uh-oh. Is there multiple Glorias up in here? Let's see. Go here. This was a convo we saw on the feeds. Gee, how many freaking accounts does this have? Let's see. There we go. It might work. We'll see. We'll see. Let me see here. Should help. Did some stuff. Should help. Heard the catch Riley on the feeds. Is his playing the part of the game where they forget everyone talks and compares notes? That's right. That's kind of a thing. Is that Samara coming on in with the $5 super chat? Thank you so much. I appreciate it. What is on Amy's face? Oh, that was the imposter. Or not the imposter, the accomplice. It's like a little mask for the accomplice for Amy. And that's another one where it's like, I feel like that has to stay so that we kind of like, it's like, oh yeah, who was the accomplice? Amy. Because like, they don't even still know. Like, there's a couple of them that Amy told, but the rest of the house don't know. Don't like Rachel at all, but she has a target on her back and an anchor around her ankles before she even crossed the threshold into the house. If she gets to the end, she deserves to win. And that's the thing too, right? Where Rachel, if she got to the end, it's like, man, like, how did you let Rachel get to the end, right? And you would think like, yeah, she's got a target on her back, and as soon as she crossed the threshold, like, they should be gunning for her. Here's the problem though, and here's why you would think that, but it doesn't work that way once you're inside the house. There's something about the vets where it doesn't matter who it is, right? Anytime there's somebody in there that's like, oh, this person's played the game before, people are going to then attach themselves to them for many different reasons, right? Some, it might just be like, oh, this is somebody who knows the game. I should probably work with them, right? I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just a recruit. Like, I don't know what's going on, so I should probably work with the person who's played this game a lot. Other times, it's like, oh, that person, just like you said, is going to have a huge target on their back. So the longer I keep that big target in the game, they're in front of me blocking everything out. right? So then they stick around even longer. And then some people just get sucked in by the mist, right? There's the vet mist. All the vets kind of know how to do the Dan mist, but like Dan was the only one to really kind of do it like first. He was like, listen, I'm just going to mist everybody. They're going to think I'm working with them. They're going to think everything I'm doing is cool. And now it's like anytime a vet goes in, they get a natural mist. Oh, we're back from commercial, but I'll give you a little sync up after. They're doing like a promo for the Bad Guys 2 thing. Mika, what's up, Mika? They gonna get that deal done? They gonna get that deal done for you? I don't know if they're gonna get that deal done down in Dallas. I don't know. Don't like Rachel at all, but she's targeting her back. Strange that people on the feeds are already talking about Rachel not winning if she makes it the final 2. That's another thing too. Like people are like almost thinking like, oh, she's a good person to take to the end because she's not going to beat anybody, which is potentially like, and there's 2 ways it can go, right? Either they go kind of like the Dan route on 14 where it's like, well, we're not going to let Dan win twice. Right? Like, it didn't matter who Dan was up against. He wasn't going to win twice. Even if he was against Danielle, I think Danielle probably would have ended up winning that season. They just weren't going to let it happen. And I think Rachel could be in a similar spot as that. But at the same time, sometimes you just get that point where it's like, hey, you know what? Like, I don't like the other person she's sitting next to enough, right? And they go with it. And they start thinking like, oh, this could represent the season. It'll make our season more, seen, right? It really depends on what the jury is made up of. Oh, God. Keanu's like, yeah, I'm fighting for a chance to see this movie, too. This movie looks great. It doesn't look great. I'm going to be honest. This movie doesn't look great. I think it's a sequel. I didn't see the first one. It's Bad Guys 2. I don't know what happened to Bad Guys 1. I'll give you guys a little sync up here now that we're starting the comp. Because that was just a commercial for the movie. So Ashley's starting off here. And yeah, it's like the heist kind of a thing where they gotta go, like, steal something, get through lasers.
Artifacts. Listen,
Cool comp setup. None of them could say MacGuffinite. Not one of them. They were like a Magnanite? A Maganganite? Though I'm pretty sure MacGuffinite isn't a real word. MacGuffin is like the thing in the movie that people are trying to get. Like, it doesn't matter what it is. Like, whatever the movie or plot revolves around, like if it's a thing like that they have to get, right? Like in Indiana Jones, it's the Ark of the Covenant, right? That is the MacGuffin of Indiana Jones. An actual term. I think that was made up. Yeah, long instructions, Norma. Definitely long instructions. Looks like the trade. It does look like the Trader's comp, yeah. The lasers don't look that low. Like, it actually seems fairly easy. Like, they feel almost a little spread out, like where it's like, actually, this isn't that hard. Okay, this is where you then go, okay, maybe it's a little hard now. She's got to carry this thing through the lead. Like that's where it starts to get hard. Okay. At first I went, this isn't hard. It's easy. Oh, she hit the lasers. She hit the lasers. They had something like this for the past few where it's like you go through quickly and then you got to get some and bring it back and it doesn't fit through. They've done that a couple times. Super Christian B World or Super Christian Legend Z. How are you? How are you? I think they had a veto like this last season. Rooting for Keanu to win. The downfall is there's definitely going to be a play every single person because the movie probably was sponsored. Yeah, Shelby. That's also a thing too. Hopefully we just get like a sped up version, you know? Come on, Vinny. Vinny's just over here playing rock, paper, scissors with the statue. But I don't think he really wants to win. I don't think he wants to win. Yeah, he's saying, he's like, I don't want to win, but I can't do too bad. Yeah, Jimbo, Nicole only won one of hers. And no, Rachel would be the first two-time winner. Nicole did not win twice. She did not win twice. Reindeer Games does not count. Reindeer Games is not a season of Big Brother. Reindeer Games is its own thing. Reindeer Games, they didn't live in the house. It is not counting as a second win. Whoever, like I will die on that hill. Laura Sens, I wholeheartedly disagree. Yeah, Nicole didn't. Tommy, I'm with it. It didn't win. She won BB. Reindeer Games does not count. Reindeer Games is a separate thing. It's a spin-off. If they did like a shortened season, like a legend season where it was like 1 month long, but it was just like Celebrity Big Brother, and Nicole had won that, I would count it. That would count. But Reindeer Games does not count as a win. I mean, like the win counts for her. But like as far as like the BB record books, nah. They didn't even vote each other. Like how can you count Reindeer Games when they didn't even vote for each other to leave? It was competition based. Everything came down to competitions. Glenn, I also agree, right? BB over the top, Celebrity Big Brother. If a celebrity came in and did like a regular season, like what was her name? Was it Tamara? Was it who was the one girl who won the second season? Tamara. Who else won? It was that did Dalton win or the other girl win? I forget now. Yeah, like Tamara, right? If Tamara came in and she played Big Brother and won, she'd be the two-time winner. I would count it. I'd count that 100%. 100%. The cop I hope not to see is the one with the chicken wire. Oh, yeah, the chicken wire where you gotta move the egg and stuff like that. Yeah. Actually, you know what I saw? And I actually, it's the stupidest thing. I saw something online where it's like, I don't have a chicken coop, but like this comes on my feed. Like this is just what happens nowadays with the algorithms. They just send you like the weirdest stuff. So it was like a thing where it's like, did you guys know if you paint chicken wire black, you could actually see through it really easily. Like, you know how like chicken wire, it's like, you can see it and it reflects and stuff. If you paint the thing black, you can see through it. And my first thought was, oh, BB should paint the chicken wire black next time. That way they can see through it better. But yeah, that one's a hard one. You need like super long fingers to be able to reach through there and kind of hold the egg and maneuver it and everything. That's a hard one. And then what they started to add too was, instead of like, oh, you just got to move the egg, they added like a secondary thing you had to do. Like you had to roll the egg down a ramp or something, which made it even harder to win that competition. Ori, got any BB art pieces from ChatGPT you want to share? Not recently. I've been like busy with just like the keeping up with the feeds and everything, so I haven't really used it too much. But I did pull up the potential names for the Lauren, Zach, and Vince alliance. They were like, we need ChatGPT's help. And I think my favorite's the swing set. I think my favorite one's the swing set because they might swing from Lauren to Morgan. So that's probably my favorite one. Third wheeled was pretty good. And then what was the other one? Facial hair and feelings. Facial hair and feelings. That's what ChatGPT came up with. They have a cop last year. Remember when Angela was like annoying everybody? I don't remember. They competition for my piano fingers. Oh, there you go, John. My first thought was, how do you know that? I love the teeny tiny tweezers. Oh yeah, the mini Veto and the mini HOH, because they've done it for both now, where you gotta like stack the thing. That was a fun one too when it first came out. I was like, oh, that's a cool little idea. Ooh, peach cobbler. I like a old school OTEV. This group would be fun to see in the 100% Shelby. I said the same thing. I was like, this would be a group that would be fun for pressure cooker, because I don't know. Like, I don't think there would be that many that would actually. It depends on like who goes first, right? Like it would be one of those things like when the flies start dropping, it'd be interesting to see like what dominoes fall with this group. Because that's always how it goes, is like they stay in until somebody they don't want to win is out. So it's like, ooh, how would this go? Hide and Go Veto. Hide and Go Veto is one of my favorites too. I missed it when it was gone for a little while there. And actually, they were talking about that the other day, and Jimmy was like, "I don't care who it is. If you dump out the trash, if you dump out food, I'm voting you out. I don't care if I'm aligned with you." We're back. We'll give you a little sync up here. As is that Lauren?
Power of Veto this week, so that I can
keep Lauren. She's got the hair in the bun. She's like, I'm ready for business. Lauren just like kind of like, she was like a whoop. She like hop stepped on over that thing. Okay, Lauren. Oh, Keanu. Yo, Keanu just did like a full-on slide. Oh no, he went too hard. He went too hard and he hit the statue. How's he? He hit him again, twice in a row like that. All right, then he decides to take his time. Okay. Lauren's doing good at this, right? Like, Otter, she looks really agile. Like, she's really good at this stuff. This is where I think, dude, the thing's bigger than her. The thing's literally bigger than her. Like it's literally bigger than her. That's where she falters here. She was doing so good in this comp, but like when you compare her to the thing, it's not even close. Like it's picking Keanu's hands. The thing looks huge when Keanu's holding it. When Lauren holds it, it's like 5 of her. And you got to go all the way back. Dang. Like she just doesn't have like the size to be able to manipulate it right. Because I don't think it's a strength thing. Like the thing looks really light, so I don't think it's a strength thing. It's just like she's so tiny compared to it that maneuvering it the right way is so difficult for her. Keanu just doing a jump. Yeah, I'll just leap over this. The object looked like it was holding Lauren. Could you launch it across the room? Man, that's not a bad idea, right? Just launch that thing. See you later. All right, at least that's over. Now we get results. Third place with 10 minutes 01. I think this was Vince. If I remember correctly. Yeah, Vince gets third. And yeah, Arno's right. Vince probably would have won if he didn't throw the comp. He did kind of perfect where it's like he did well enough where he doesn't look like he was throwing it, but not good enough where he actually wins it. $722. Lauren in second. And as far as I know, this is pretty close. Like this is like down, it was down to seconds here. Not happening, Kelly. 654. 654 as the separation there. What's that? 20 25? I'm terrible at math, but Keanu wins it. Keanu wins it. Really close comp there between Lauren and Keanu. And honestly, like we were saying, Lauren looked like she was crushing it. And Keanu also like looked like he was doing really good. He was just kind of more hectic and crazy with it. Lauren just couldn't manipulate that giant thing as well as Keanu was able to manipulate it to get it back on through. Anyone share the link to the draft? Yeah, I have that. I have that somewhere. I'll tell you, it's actually not updated right now. It's currently a little bit behind. It's currently a little bit behind. I haven't updated it. We are in a commercial break though. Here, let me do this and we can update it like live. We'll update it live here. All right, what haven't I gotten to yet? That's the biggest question. I believe I got the Lauren HOH in, but yeah, no Veto. And I think I got the noms in. Because Adrian was nommed once. Will. How did I have Will on here as not nommed ever? Am I that far behind on this? Because Will's been nommed. What? Was it once or twice now? Was Will up? Yeah, twice now, right? So Will gets 2 of those. I'm so lost now. When did I stop updating this thing? Because I have the Lauren one on there. Did I do it right after Lauren's HOH? But then why did Will have that? All right, let's see. Keanu gets the Veto. And then I'll have to double check this later to make sure I have it all correct. And then he would get that, I think. And then that might be updated potentially. I'll have to double check it. I'll have to double check it later. It's a thing. Let's see. No worries. Yeah, I'm gonna update it soon. We'll get it updated before Thursday. Well, Friday's usually when I do the live updates, when we do the live updates on Fridays, and I like to check in on it, how we're doing after a new HOH comp. Swing set? Nah, sir. They're both swinging it to the friend zone. Uri O'Reilly, we'll do it live. We'll do it live. Lauren still did great because that thing was 100% normal, right? Like I think Lauren did a great job. You got to give her credit for doing as good as she did. And if it wasn't for Keanu, like, she would have done great. Also, if Vince didn't throw it, maybe he has a chance at actually winning that thing. Everyone, this just turned Big Brother on. Well, hey, we're actually back. Yep. We're back from a commercial break.
The worst thing that could have happened.
Give you a little sync up here, and things are about to go bad for that bowl. Let me just tell you this: that bowl Mickey has, things are about to go bad. Yes, this is a 90-minute one. Where we at? So about like half hour still to go. You only won the Veto once. Keanu won the other 2. Or Casey won the other one. Oh, there goes the bowl. Bowl destroyed. I gotta say too, is it just me? Is it just me? Or is that bowl the weakest bowl you've ever seen in your life? That thing fell not even a few inches. It wasn't even like a foot off the ground. They were in a hammock. And that thing fell, and it like looked like it just kind of plopped and just shattered. That thing exploded from the smallest fall. What kind of bowls are Big Brother buying? They need to get some new popcorn bowls in there. Adrian being worried about going up as the replacement. Did it hit Matt? I don't think it did. I think it hit the just the ground, right? Like the grass, the AstroTurf they have, right? So it's like, yeah, it's basically just a carpet, right? But like if I drop that bowl on my carpet, I wouldn't expect it to break. I would not. That bowl is from IKEA. Of course it will break. Oh no. Yeah, Vince is right. If someone tells you they're going to put you on the block, you don't forget that. And you do everything you can to get them on the block. Yeah, it would be stupid to not put Ashley up. I wonder if anybody would say that at all. I just don't know why. Like she was so adamant about it. Like even from when she first won the HOH, it felt like she was like, yeah, I'd like to see Ashley go too. This was kind of funny on Fees when it was like they got caught twice, and and Vince is like, man, I can't believe anybody thinks we're working together. It's like she caught you twice in one day. You spend hours alone together. Rachel just pumping her up. Just pumping her. It's funny too, because one of the things Lauren said, she was like, I don't even know who did it. Like, how did it become Adrian and Ashley? Like, why they were the two choices? You were HOH! You could have chose anyone! This is the most Vince has worked in months. Our nose. All right, that got me. Poor guy. Poor guy's like struggling over here. We're just laughing in his face. Oh. Though you know what? I will say, and I didn't like this when I saw it. Rachel was saying how like she's so sick and tired of people saying like, oh, I need the money or whatever. It's like, you know, people are here to play Big Brother, and it's like I work hard. And all I kept thinking was like, Rachel, you were a Vegas waitress before you came on the show. You then won the show. Of course, money's not an issue to you. Oh, also, your husband's like a genius. got like a doctorate or whatever. Like what does Brendan have like for his degree? It's like a crazy degree that he's got. Like I think he went to like Columbia or something. Like he's super smart and works and makes really good money, right? Waitresses work hard. I'm not saying waitresses don't work hard, but when Rachel was first on the show, she needed that money, right? Like Rachel could use that money. So like I didn't like that, like she's got this kind of like a little bit of a revisionary history of like, you should come on to play Big Brother. And it's like, yeah, you should come on to play Big Brother to win the money. Like that, the reason you play Big Brother is to win the money. And Pee-wee, that's my thoughts on it. Rachel forgets where she came from, right? She forgets where she came from and was trying to use that against Vinny. And here's the thing. Don't get me wrong. That's what you also do in Big Brother. You use whatever you need to in whatever conversation with whatever people to get them to kind of view things in your way, right? So if she's trying to go against Vinny, like this is the stuff that you actually say about him to make it so that people probably don't trust him as much. But at the same time, it was one of those things where I was like, Rachel, you were in, I'm pretty sure if you go back to your first season, yeah, like he's like a scientist. Like he's got like actual like degrees in what he does. I forget even what he does exactly. For some reason, I wanted to say it was like a computer science or something like that, or like a mathematician type stuff. I wanted to say, or maybe even like biology. But I just know he's really smart and probably makes a good bit of money, right? Like he's not doing bad for himself, right? Rachel also in her own right, she does a lot. She works really hard. PhD in physics. There you go. I knew it was something. It was something. So I'm sure he does really well, right? At the same time, Rachel also does work really hard. She's got a lot that's going on too. But would she have those opportunities that she does right now if she wasn't on Big Brother in the first place? One of the things she does where she works really hard is working in casting in reality TV shows. She wouldn't have that if she wasn't on Big Brother in the first place when she needed the money. Is Rachel playing a floater game? Is Keanu right? Here's the thing, Ronald. I think she's borderline. She is borderline playing the floater game. She's not like 100% just like you can flat out call her a floater. I think that's a little extreme, right? But it's really borderline, man. She's making such good connections on the other side. Really, like, she doesn't have a lot of like strong number ones on one side where it's like, this is my group, because there's so much distrust all around it. And probably at this point, someone who's her closest ally is Ava, and Ava is really kind of like, she's a floater. Like Ava is like right in the middle, being like playing everybody, right? She's in with the girls. She's getting in with Zach and Vince too, because she knows that's a good smart move. She's right on that line, Nicholas, right on that line. And it's kind of funny, but also that's the way you gotta do it. Like that is playing Big Brother in the modern era really the best, right? Like you have to be more of a floater these days. If you go and pick a side, like you are setting yourself up for failure. Setting yourself up for failure that way. If it's just money, clearly we'd give it to Ava. And well, that's the thing too, right, Robbie? Like it's not like just about the money, right? You're playing the game to win the money. Like that's my point. I don't think it's like one of those things like, oh, like you should just give them the money. Like, no, like that's not what we're saying either. But like, don't like down someone because they're playing for the money. Because if they're playing for the money, that means they're playing to win. And I support that. Anybody who's playing to win, cool. If it's just for the title, that's cool too. Like if you just want to be able to say, yeah, I won that and I'm the best. Like the money's a secondary thing to me. That's fine too. If that's your viewpoint on that, I'm totally cool with it. But as long as you play to win, that's my biggest thing. Oh God, what is it? What are we doing? What are we doing? Did they just bring a... I think that guy is at the wrong house. I think he had an invite to a party. And I think he had an invite to a party and he showed up at the wrong place. I think there was supposed to be a bunch of other people all wearing similar suits as this dude, all at a party. And yeah, that is a thing. Does anyone know what Riley's chest tattoo is? I don't. I think he has one that's supposed to be like a tribute to a friend, but I don't know what one it is. And I will say, for the most part, about Riley's tattoos in general, they're really bad. They're really bad. Listen, some mistakes were made with Riley's tattoos, I think. Like, they're not good. They're not good. Why did Rachel bring so many prom dresses to the game? She really has. She's got like so many dresses. And here's the other, like, where is she keeping them? Like, I almost wonder if production was like, listen, Rachel, we got our whole room. We got a whole room for your wardrobe. We'll hold on to it. You just tell us what dress you want. We'll number them. And then just say, I want number 2. I want number 7. I want number 85. And then we'll bring you the dress. I don't think they're jail tats, but if I had to guess, he had like some buddies who were getting into tattoos, and he was like, yeah, you can try on me. If I had to guess. But man, some of them are bad. Some of them are bad on Riley. It was funny. They're going on the movie thing right now. They're trying to show you like they're all hanging out. What was funny though was Will was like, oh man, Ava, you get to go to the movie. That'll be fun. She's like, fun? Will, like, I gotta be in there with the crazies. She was like, Will, this is a punishment. Who's the voice? Is that, wait, is the voice of the main character, what's his face? George Clooney? Is George Clooney in this animated movie? Hold on a second. I gotta look. I gotta look. I wonder if Bad Guys 1 and 2 is a good movie. I'm gonna guess no, Ronald. Oh, it's Sam Rockwell. It's Sam Rockwell. Yeah, I just looked it up. Yeah. Oh, because it sounded like Clooney. It sounded like Clooney when he was in Ocean's 11 and stuff. And I was like, what? Oh, Awkwafina's in this? I know Awkwafina. Awkwafina's greatest role. If you guys don't know about Awkwafina, she's like an actress, but she also did like some rapping and stuff like that back in the day. She was in the voice of the animated The Boys show, and there's an episode where she gets powers in the Boys universe. And I don't even want to say too much, but it's a fun episode. It's a very fun episode. With her finding out what her powers are. It's a little gross. Let me just say this. Before you watch that episode, you would want to be okay with potty humor. Oh, it's a fun movie, not great. I'll tell you what, actually, you know what was a fun movie? The ending of it was like, eh. And I was excited for it because I loved the original. But the Happy Gilmore 2 movie, I actually thought the first hour of it was almost like the perfect Happy Gilmore sequel. Like it was hitting all the right spots. And then the end got a little crazy. It got a little out of hand. Fantastic Four was great too. Yeah, the Lauren Mickey combo. I wonder if they'll cover the deal. Not that sound effect. John, you know it's bad. Bad stuff's gonna happen when they use that sound effect. That I don't even know what it is. I don't even know exactly what that sound effect is. But when you hear that, it's not good. It is not good. That would honestly, if I was ever on Big Brother, that would be one of my goals. Is that almost in every conversation I have, I'm the one causing that sound effect to happen for the other person. I always, every conversation I want to have, I want them to do that that weird screeching noise because I'm lying to that person. Mickey is talking to a brick. Mickey is very slick. Mickey's another one, and you guys can see on my board, I've had her up towards the top of that side of the house because I really do think she's actually the head of the snake of that side of the house. If they took out Mickey, that side of the house completely falls into Zach and Vince's hands. They'll control the whole house. If Mickey was gone, Zach and Vince rule everything. Everything. They would have Jimmy kind of up in there a little bit because they got stuff working with him. They would have Morgan. They'd have Lauren. They'd have Ava now because they're working and talking with Ava a lot. They wouldn't have Rachel. They wouldn't have Ashley. Those are the only two they wouldn't have on their side. It's the only ones. Mickey is what's holding away from Zach and Vince, just running away with the season. 100%. But she's got some heat on her. She does have a little bit of heat on her right now. And I think the power she has is gonna blow up in her face. And I think that's when Mickey's gonna get in real trouble. How does Mickey compare to Chelsea? The potential is there. And here's the thing. I saw very similar things in Chelsea that I see in Mickey as well, right? I could see those being the similar kind of plays as well, the way they play and the way they're able to move around the game. The thing is, though, I fear for Mickey right now because I'm telling you, this power is going to blow up in her face. Chelsea also had right around this time in the game last year, she had a similar moment where like she had like a really terrible HOH, I think it was, and she ended up on the block. And if she didn't win that blockbuster that she ended up winning, I think there was even like a little bit of talk about like maybe we get rid of Chelsea. That's also, by the way, why Chelsea doesn't have a perfect game. There was a little bit of a moment where she was actually in trouble. And they thought about like, well, if she got there and she's on the block, maybe we take that chance, you know? Ava's great. Mickey needs to back off, not peak too soon. Aquafina got messy. I feel like if Mr. Wolf is a furry, is also the guy playing the mastermind. maybe Robbie, maybe. Chelsea was on the bottom in the beginning. Mickey isn't there yet. Oh, I disagree. I'm a depressed Detroit fan. I don't mean to laugh at you. I understand the pain of being a depressed sports fan. I was there for a long time too. I don't mean to laugh at that. I read your name and then it was just a natural laugh. It was just a natural. I'm sorry that I laughed. I didn't mean to laugh. Anyway, your question though. I never think Chelsea was at the bottom. I think Chelsea was always at the top. Always. And I always had her at the top of my board too. Even when she had a bad HOH, I brought her down, but Chelsea was always up there at the top of the board because everyone always trusted her. I think that's a little bit of a revisionist history. Chelsea was always the one people were going to. She was in all the alliances. She was in the Pentagon. She was in everything that was going on. I think Chelsea almost went because Quinn out of the Pentagon and Tucker the following HOH and was targeting her in Brooklyn. So yeah, that's the one time she started to become in a bad spot. The Pentagon blew up. She had a really bad HOH. She was on the block, and then she ended up winning the blockbuster to save herself. But after that, completely turned it back around again and was always in a perfect spot. Always. We've been back here. We were chatting, but I'll give you a little sync up.
Lauren, since I have just vetoed one of your nominations for eviction, you have to.
Keanu using the veto. I wish he would have done what he said. He told Kelly. There was a moment where he was gonna stand up and use the veto on Kelly, and be like, "I'm gonna use this veto on Kelly if you promise to use the veto on Ashley." and Lauren was like, I would have crapped my pants. Like I would have died. She does nominate Adrian though. Adrian goes up on the block. Very weak set of nominees this week. You know what I don't like? They have 90 minutes here. Do any of you know why she put Ashley up just by watching the episode? Like, I know, like, I'm barely paying attention, right? Like, sometimes I'm barely paying attention to these episodes. Does anyone who's a casual viewer know why Lauren put up Adrian over Ashley? Because as far as I could tell, they didn't explain it. As far as I could tell, they didn't show it. The only reason she did it was she was scared, right, of the other side. And the other side, right, Ashley, Mickey, and all these girls, they promise safety till jury. And even the day of, like literally like right before she's about to go, she talks to Ashley to be like, is that deal still good, right? So she went and made this deal so that she's safe until jury. Oh, guess what? Mickey was just suggesting that Lauren goes on the block next week. Shocker! Oh my goodness! Who would have thought that a deal that you're only making because you're in danger doesn't hold up when you're no longer in danger? Amazing! Who knew? Who knew that would happen? I don't know anybody who could have seen that if you make a deal with someone who's in danger, that you would go up on the block. But it's like, we got 90 minutes, at least show that. me show that. Camden, $5 super chat coming on in. Would have actually been a goodish move by Keanu to use the veto on Kelly to show Lauren's hand and have her stop playing in the middle. It honestly kind of would have been a little bit, right? It would have been wild. It would have been so wild, but you're right. It forces her to then be like, yeah, like you gotta make a decision here, girl. Like, no more little like, oh, I'm scared. Like you're making a choice right now. Put her up against Zach, Vince and Zach, priceless. We don't even see either potential. Exactly. We literally never saw them actually have the conversations. You got 90 minutes in an episode and you can't even show the nominees talking to the HOH? Like, what are we doing? What are we doing? It's sometimes where it's like, man, I feel like BB, it's not rocket science to produce a good show, but they just so many times missed the mark. So many times. I'm telling you, like, this show could be so much bigger and better than it really is. It just put a little effort. Get some people that know what they're doing. Like, I get it. It's easy to hire interns who don't know what they're doing. Hire somebody who knows what they're doing. Put some effort into this. Put some effort, like, where people care. Perfect example. I don't know if some of you guys know about BB Viewer. There's this guy Liquid who makes BB Viewer. It's like an extension that makes the live feed experience like a million times better. I can't recommend it enough. It's on pretty much everything right now, but he just put an update out on Chrome kind of browsers. I use it on Opera, and it makes the feed just so much better. For example, hold on. I had a cough. For example, I have a hard time with Paramount Plus actually getting the feeds to be like in high def clear video. Like a lot of times I'm watching on Paramount Plus and it's like blurry. And I'm like, why? Like, what is this? Whereas with the BB Viewer, there's actually a little setting now where I can change it to, yeah, make it 1080p. I want it to be in the highest quality ever, so I can actually enjoy the feeds in those best qualities. And then I can get like, you know, clips and like screenshots and stuff like that I'll use for my thumbnails and everything. And without that extension, I'm not able to do that. But Liquid was able to create this with the BB Viewer, and it works. And actually, I told him, I was like, yo, you beauty. Like, you literally fix it for me. Because especially that quality setting, right? Because it was like, that is so huge. And what he said was, he's like, yeah, I've tried to talk to Paramount about it. I've been like, yeah, you know, your thing's doing this. It doesn't recognize the bandwidth properly and doesn't push out the right quality for the streams. So what does he do? He just goes and fixes it himself. This is a guy who should be on their dev team because he cares about the show. He cares about the product they're putting out there. It was like if we had Liquid running the dev team for the actual production of the live feeds. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Get my buddy Morrow in there. He's a great web developer. Get him in there. Get some people in there that actually know about the show, who actually care about the show, who want to see the show succeed. And you could put on such a great product, but it's almost like they don't care. They just don't care enough. It's because of the competition in the movie. Yeah, I get it, right, Shelby? But like, there was other stuff in there too, right? We saw a bunch of the stuff with the Lauren, Zach, and Morgan flirting, right? It's like, yeah, that's an important thing, but like, do we need that right now in this episode? We couldn't cover that back when it happened more? What was the other thing they showed? Like, the popcorn bucket thing, right? Like, I get it. I know why they showed it. I used that clip as well in my video as at the end tag, right? But like, do we need to take that moment to show it, or could we use that time more wisely? Right? It wasn't just the competition and movie that takes things up. They always have these weird little things that go on in there that soak up time. We saw like 3 different segments about Will being upset that he was going on the block, right? How about we take at least one of them and give it to Ashley so that we see Ashley talking to Lauren, promising her that they're going to keep her safe till jury. Just one of the times, right? And exactly, we didn't need all that comp footage. They could have tightened it down a little bit. I get it's a sponsor though, so that you gotta kind of, you know, let the sponsor be happy. But it's like you have these 90-minute episodes, you could do so much with them, but instead we end up getting like a lot of fluff. And the same thing happens with Survivor, right? Like Survivor has the same problem where they go and they put on the 90-minute episodes, and it's just it's too much. Sometimes it does feel like 2008 TikTok. 100%. They need to get on that. But that is the end of the episode, and probably the end of us here for the evening. I want to thank you guys all so much for coming on and hanging out. I know we didn't reach our goal of the 1,500 likes, but we still had the watch party anyway. Because like I said, Selly came up big for the whole community. Selly came up big. Selly was like, you know what? I'm going to hit up the Ori Fund. And I saw that, and it was one of those things. They didn't even have a message. You know what the message was from Selly in the Ori Fund? It was just a heart. It was just a heart. They put the heart up in there. And I was like, you know what? We're going live for the community. We're going live for the Oreos. Let's do this. And so Selly, everybody's got to send some love to Selly for doing this. But thank you guys all so much for joining me. If you are new here, hit that subscribe button. If you like this video, if you like this stream, if you had a good time, you made it all the way to the end, smash that like button. Hit up the notification bell, never miss a video, never miss a stream. We'll be back tomorrow with our live feed update, and then we will also be back tomorrow night for the live eviction, where Adrian, Kelly, Will battle it out in the blockbuster to see who wins. The other two will be up for eviction. Maybe we'll find out who HOH is, maybe not. And then Friday we'll also be back live with another cool chat and update. So make sure you guys come on out for that. Check out all the links to all of my socials, pinned comment in the description down below. X, Discord, great place to chat. You can check out the sponsor Factor. You can also check out the Ori Fund, just like Selly did, if you want to support even further. But just hitting that like button is the biggest thing you can do. Thank you guys all so much for all the super chats and all the love. And I will see you tomorrow.
You should be.